Go ahead.
The men that are settled on their leaves, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good.
Right? They don't believe in God, right? They're saying God didn't give me this. God didn't give me that food. God didn't put food on that table. God didn't give me this roof. God didn't give me these clothes. I went out. I got that. I put the hard work in, right? This is how some of our people think, and it's sad. All right, real quick, we're going to salute him. We're going to give call law, Yahweh Simeon outside. That's all praise to the Heavenly Father in the name of his only begotten Son, who the one ignorant cause Jesus Christ, right? We got a couple precepts for you, brother, to show you.
That's the original cover, right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Showing me which one's good. Second paragraph. Says the Jews are spread over. You can read the rest of it.
Every single corner of the globe being expediently numerous in Russia, Germany, Poland, and north of Africa. There are over 3 million in the United States. One estimate is 11,000 throughout the world. Though intermixed for 1,800 years with so many diverse nations, the Jews have not only preserved their religion, as already said, but a certain national type of feature, of which the most salient points are a dark skin, thick lips, and an aquiline nose. Oof. And then it goes on, it says, Then it goes on, it says, the Jews belong to the Semitic race, as proved in their language. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to need that. We're going to need that this Friday, brother. Like, oh, yeah, man. We're going to need to make copies of that. And you came in clutch. Bring that out. Give me Daniel 12. You can start at verse 3. And we're going to read to, I want to say about 10. Go ahead.
Look at Daniel chapter 12, verse 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. And they that...
A lot. Start at 2.
Verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake.
Right, many of them. Many of us were sleep in the dust. Right, we was made asleep. Right, we didn't have the wisdom. We didn't have the knowledge and understanding, as you said earlier. We grew up in Southeast San Diego. You only know Lincoln Park, Skyline, the coast, right, 4-7, 4-1. That's all we knew, right? Get your bow tie brigade, get your Cuban links, your Rolex watches, right? Pimp a woman. That's all we know. So we in the dust, and we're being made awake. Go ahead.
Some to everlasting life.
Right. So some are going to be made awake to everlasting life, and that everlasting life, as we know, is given unto the Israelites. Those are the people, the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called Negro, Spain, Native Indian, are the only ones that can receive that everlasting life, right? Go ahead.
Some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
Right, and these are the people of the other nations, right? The Japhetic nations, the Hamitic nations, Esau, Ishmael, Ammon, right? Moab, meaning the so-called Caucasians, the Asians, right? The Arabs. Right, these people, these Pacific Islanders, those are the ones that are going to wake up to everlasting shame and contempt. Because when you go into the book of Zechariah, the 3rd chapter, it says that we're not going to be made ashamed anymore. We're going to come out of that shame, and then we're going to be glorified, and we're going to be enjoyed. Right? Go ahead.
And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, right. And they that turn many to righteousness.
Right. Brothers are out here turning many to righteousness. Because they're becoming that light. They're becoming that sun, that wisdom, that knowledge, the moon, right? Because we understand the moon and the sun, it gives light, which is symbolic of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So it's men like us, me and you, Alex, that are going out into the world, and we're becoming that shining light and bringing people into righteousness, right? Go ahead.
That turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Right. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. Right. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
So many's going to run to and fro, and knowledge is going to be increased due to the sealing of the prophecies in this book. This book is sealed, it's done, right? We have the prophecies, these are the prophecies that are laid out, And these are the prophecies to come. And this is why the scripture said we have to be occupied in prophecy. So we know what's to come, and we know that we see in knowledge being increased, right? Brothers and sisters are starting to understand I'm a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Simeon, from the tribe of Judah, Issachar, Levi, etc. Right? You got precept? Bring it up.
Book of Romans chapter 13 verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Right? Now it's high time to wake out of sleep, because things are becoming face value now. Things are not being hidden no more, right? What's that in Luke where it talks about the hidden secrets may be revealed? I want to say it's 18, but give me that in Revelation. That was on that? All right, you still got Revelation 11? Yeah, hold that too. Go ahead.
Now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Right? Salvation is nearer than when we believe, right? And we have to go through great tribulation, right? We got to go through through Jacob's trouble. FEMA has to come. Race wars have to come, right? There's already rumors of war. Ukraine and Russia, they're getting it popping, right? China and Taiwan, they about to get it popping, right? So all these things is all levels up all the way up until World War III, right? And we know when World War III happens, we still got to live through that. We still got to go through the inflation. We still have to go through rations of food, like you're saying. They put salt in our water. We out here thinking we hydrating ourselves when we really dehydrating ourselves. It's a dirty game, right? And this is why this place must go. But this place is going to exalt itself. It's going to harden his heart, just like Pharaoh did, right? How the Lord hardened his heart, made him think he was big time. Can't nobody mess with me. I'm on top of the world. And next thing you know, the Most High brings it down to shambles, right? He tears out the foundation of the place. And that's what's going to happen to this place, right? Get Revelation 11 and start at 8.
Book of Revelation chapter 11 verse 8. And their dead bodies shall...
We are the dead bodies. Our brothers and sisters that's walking right throughout America without wisdom, knowledge, understanding, those are the dead bodies. Why? Get Proverbs 21 and 16. But I still need you to hold Revelation 11. This is why our dead bodies are out here, right? Our people are like zombies, man, right? It's either they neglect the word, they don't want to know because they know we got some stuff that's real and it's happening now. So they just go and tell us, man, just lie to us, man. Tell us smooth things. Tell us the sweet things, right? Tell us that if this place is going to change, everybody's going to have equality, everybody's going to live in peace and harmony. That's what people want to hear, right? But we understand through the Bible and through this prophecy, none of that's going to happen, right? They never wanted to. And it's like, why not have this place go down? How evil this place has been, right? Not only to the so-called Negro, Spanish, Native Indian, people of color in general. Right? The Asians, they've been evil to them, put them in concentration camps, made them build their railroads, right? The evil to the East Indian man, right? The evil to the African man, right? The evil to the Arab man, where they got them on planes, where they're holding on to this plane, trying to find a better life that you advertising. You're perpetuating a better life here in America to people throughout the globe, so they're trying to try their best. And I'm talking about putting their life on the line to make it here, to live out what they're perpetuating and advertising. Right? So why not want this place to be gone and have Jesus Christ come back and rule the world and then peace be in the earth? Why not? Right? Go ahead.
Book of Proverbs chapter 21 verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
That's what our people do. They don't want to hear that. They want to be settled on their lees, as the scripture say. Get that. Hold that Proverbs 21, 16. But get Zephaniah 1 and 12. Because that's what a lot of people are on, man. So-called Negroes, Spanish and Native Indians. They're settled on their leads. They're good. They always like to say, well, I'm good where I'm at. I know God ain't going to touch me. Because they believe and they're ignorant to not knowing that they're doing wrong. They're ignorant to not knowing that there are sins that they're committing in their everyday life when they wake up in the morning. When they turn that stove on the Sabbath, right? When they put mixed fabric on. When they don't wear their fringes, when they put that razor to their face or to their head, when they go and they get tattoos, right? And we're not even talking about the dietary law, because you go, everybody loves to go get to the crab shack, get that red lobster, everybody love that. But people aren't ignorant to the fact that that destroys your body. It destroys your temple, but people still go and do it anyway. So we talking about the things that they wander out of the way of understanding, the things that they understand, that they know that will destroy them. You go into the science dealing with mixed fabric, when they do, what, 73% cotton, and then, 60% cotton, 40% polyester, it's gonna mess up your frequencies and your energies of your body, right? It's gonna have you all unbalanced. And this is the reason why the Lord established these laws, because it's gonna keep us pure, it's gonna keep us at 100%, right? Like you said, nutrition. You said that earlier. People understand that, but they want to wander out of the way of understanding. And it says what in Proverbs 21 and 16? Go ahead.
He that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
They remain asleep. They remain in that dust, right? They don't want to be given that breath of life as Adam was given, right? To have dominion and rule over the earth and the animals, right? There's people that's out here in this world. You got these Hamite people. They walking with lions. There was once a time when we was walking with lions, when we was able to pick up a snake or get bit by a snake and nothing happened to us, right? But now through sins, our stature changed. We got shorter, we got smaller, right? Our bodies are weak, our health is terrible. You look at statistics, the Negro and Hispanic and Native Indian man, their health is just jacked up. We get high blood pressure, diabetes, right? Lung cancer, brain cancer, bone cancer, right? Statistics was high based upon COVID. That's who the people who was attacking the people of color, right? The Israelites. What you got? Yeah, Zephaniah 1 and 12. Go ahead.
Zephaniah chapter.
That's a lot. Start at 10.
Look at Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and an howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Howl ye inhabitants of Maktesh. For all the merchant people are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off.
Right, there's going to be a people, all these people, they bearing silver. They're going to be cut off. Currency is getting cut off. Everybody's running a Bitcoin, everybody's running a crypto, right? Everything is being digital, electronical. The money is crashing. If you go look, and I recommend that you do this, go look into the history on how we was living during World War I, World War II, dealing with the money. We used to have a certain amount of coins in order to buy food, along with paying cents or dollar bills. So you couldn't just pay with dollar bills or cents. You had to have a certain amount of coins that you was receiving or earning in order to buy food, dealing with the rations. It says in World War II, we didn't have flour. The only thing that we had a massive amount of was beans and potatoes. And how we used to make our bread was with beans or with potatoes. And that's all we had. We couldn't get no cow, couldn't get no deer, you couldn't get, the goat, lamb. You couldn't get the precious carcass, the meat, the cattle, the livestock, right? Go ahead.
Verse 12. It shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles.
Right, we are searching Jerusalem with candles. And the candles is used for what? For direction, right? For light, to shine. And that's why I brought out Daniel 12. Because now we're being this shining light and bringing people to righteousness. So the Lord said he's going to bring Jerusalem candles. I'm going to give you this light. I'm going to give you these laws, statutes, and commandments, which is going to give you instruction and directions to life. Right? Go ahead.
I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their leads.
See, the Most High God is going to punish the men that are settled on their leads. Where they feel that where they at, they good. Right? The scriptures say that the overflowing scourge shall pass us. Our people have made a covenant with hell and death. They're fine living in Southeast San Diego, where it's getting gentrified, right? Where now all the Hispanics and the Negroes getting kicked out, getting pushed east. And we're not talking El Cajon or Lakeside Santee. We're talking about Arizona, Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, right? Oklahoma. It's getting out of here. Nevada, Colorado. And we're getting pushed out. It's not that we choosing it. You see the grandma, grandpa pass away, and then we got crazy old relative that want to sell grandpa or grandpa property instead of building and establishing that inheritance for the next ones to come, right? And keeping our community strong and building our community, having that love that our ancestors once had in that community when it was just us. There was no Asians, no Africans, no white folks, right? No Arabs. It was just us. We knew our homie's grandma. We knew the next door neighbor's grandpa. We knew a mechanic that was up the street, a doctor, a lawyer, a judge, right? That's how connected and together we was, right? But it says that the Lord said he was going to destroy those that would settle on their leads. I'm good where I'm at. Pork ain't bad. I love it. I can't get rid of it, right? Hey, this crack, man. This is the only way I'm gonna get my paper. There's no other way, right? And of course, it's due to the American system, how it's been established to keep us down, right? We can't get good education. We can't get good jobs. They took away the trading jobs. Remember, they used to have back in the 60s and the 70s. Brothers used to go to high school and they could just go to the factory and have a career and benefits, 401k, health, eye, dentist, physical, the whole nine. And then their kids grow up in the same thing. You was learning to be a mechanic in high school, a cook in high school, right? They had a body shop, right? A military mechanic. I'm talking about engineering with planes and stuff back in those days in high school. Now they don't have those things no more. They're stricken this, they taking it away. And this is why people that settle on their leads, they settle where they're good at. But the Lord's going to destroy those people because they don't want to change for the better. They don't want to change for him. And see that the law, statutes, and commandments is what's going to have them good. It's what's going to establish their success and their prosperity. Right? Go ahead.
The men that are settled on their leads, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good.
Right? They don't believe in God. Right? They're saying God didn't give me this. God didn't give me that food. God didn't put food on that table. God didn't give me this roof. God didn't give me these clothes. I went out. I got that. I put the hard work in. Right? This is how some of our people think. And it's sad.
You